All right, good day, everyone. Welcome to FaceToface TV. Here with us in the studio, myself, your host, Ebere Macauley, mentor. And today we have a seasoned tech guru who has just graduated from the Abia State Techrise Cohort 2 that was just handed just last Saturday in the studio. So let's have him on stage. Please, may you introduce yourself?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sabbathson Macauley, a UI UX and product management graduate of the just concluded Techrise Cohort 2.
Thank you so much. We also have our boss, the CEO of this particular concept, sir. Please, may you introduce yourself again to the audience.
I am Comrade Honorary Stephen Mazu. I'm glad to have all of you here today. So let's move on.
All right. So, brother, thank you so much for being part of this program. We are happy to have you. We gathered that you were part of the last cohort of the Abia Techrise. So, can you tell us briefly your experience? What did you learn, and how did it go?
Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce the program itself.
Okay.
The Techrise is an Abia State Government initiative. This is the second edition. The first edition was concluded in May, where they trained 510 citizens, youths, cutting across 18 to 40 years on digital advanced skills. Now, this was the second edition of it. It was for 850 persons, although they exceeded that number. It was for 850 persons, and there were 10 courses that were made available. 850 citizens. But then it was also available for non-Avians. They had people from the north, people from the west, people from the south that we participated in the program.
All right. So, can you tell us on your own part? You just mentioned that we had about 10 programs that were handled.
Yeah.
So, which of the programs? What did they look like? And the one you took? Can you tell us?
Okay. Yeah. The programs were power packed. I forgot to mention that they partnered with Learn Factory, which was a wonderful tech institute here in Abia State. So there were 10 courses. Personally, I did UI UX and product management. There were courses on full stack with Python, full stack with JavaScript, 3D animation, 2D animation, AI and machine learning, AI and prompting, data engineering, and cybersecurity. It was a power-packed program, and we can't thank the government of Abia State enough for the program. The experience was wonderful. We were fed 3 times daily. They provided internet connections for the classes. Thanks to the Aba Power, which our governor also provided, we had steady light every single day from the onset down to Saturday when we left. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
This was a 3 months program, right?
3 months. That's very beautiful. So for these 3 months, there were steady light and steady internet supplies.
Yeah, although there were few hitches which was beyond their control. Obviously, it was a problem with the power provider company, not the school itself.
So
But for the substantial amount, if I can quantify, I would say 98% of 100, we had a 24-hour supply of electricity.
That's excellent. So can you tell us more of the challenges you encountered while this program lasted?
Okay, one of the challenges encountered was I would say the weather itself. Let me not call it the learning condition. The weather. We know we are venturing into the dry season, so the environment was very hot. So that was one of the problems we encountered. And another thing too was the congestion. The number was large. Borrowing inference from their last edition, they had 3 centers, so they were able to split these 510 persons across 3 centers in Abia State. So there were lesser persons at a particular venue. But this time around, we 859 were in one venue. So the population was another problem. Apart from that, I wouldn't say that there was much because they made the place to be a safe landing. The environment was conducive. The teachers were friendly. The manager of the factory himself, on a daily basis, he was interacting to us to find out if we have problem. And even when we had few comments about the feeding at some point, they see that it was brought to standard. The complaints are no longer there.
Okay, so I want to know, apart from the knowledge you acquired, what were other take home if I may ask.
Yeah,
exactly.
it was a holistic problem. Honestly, if it was something that we were to pay for, I'm saying it categorically that more than 80% of even more than 90% of those of us that attended will not have been able to afford it because they were financial skills training separately. There were entrepreneurial skills that were offered separately.
During the program?
Yeah, during the program, apart from the tech skills, they offered financial trainings, offered entrepreneurs training. Also, in classes, there were programs that were offered after this program. So the skills you acquired, you were being trained how you are going to use it to monetize it, either as a freelancer or find jobs, whatever you are going to do. You were being trained on how to apply those skills in real world experience. Too. And also, it cut across our social life because there were social nights programs to, as we always say, all work and no play make jazz a dull boy. So there were social nights, and we also had a football tourney that served. And also, because we cannot learn tech with just our phone, the government provided laptops for every single participant free of charge. I said it earlier, if it was something that we had to pay for, I'm not sure everybody would be able to afford it. They provided laptops for everybody, and more than 90% of the laptop they provided were screen touch. They were i5 up. Those of us who know how specifications of laptop, we know it was from i5 up and 8th gen. The batteries were good and it was actually power packed. It was a wonderful thing.
Okay, so on your own side, you said you learned UI UX. So briefly, can you tell us UI UX and product management? What are we expecting to get from you as a product manager or UI UX designer, just like you said? What exactly are you going to offer to the public? Okay, here face to face, are we going to need your services? What exactly can you offer to us as a UI UX designer?
Okay, that's very wonderful. Prior to me coming to this place this morning, I was also in a meeting with another bunch of graduates from this program. We've already started setting up a community. As you know, Abia State has passed up a startup bill, a startup tech bill, and that's the first in the whole of Nigeria to pass that bill. It was passed on Saturday, 2 weeks ago rather, at the Tech Week. That's where the startup bill was.
The House of Assembly did.
Yeah, it was. The governor then adopted it on that very day. So, for the question you asked, I've already started working on a project, which is not something I would love to announce here. But as a UI UX designer, the services are endless. Web interfaces, product interfaces, it's cut across. Even user experiences, going on to find out the problem. Like this podcast here, you can employ the services of a UX designer to find out the people that actually need the services you are rendering here. I mean, this is a wonderful setup. You are educating people, also bringing fun home to the services you offer here. So through the services of a UX designer, you can narrow down the kind of program that your viewers want. You can also narrow down to the things that you want to give her that your ideal intent. You can narrow it down. Then also as a product manager, the services you render can be channeled through the better ways, means if it is individual, or private, or public. So the services are endless.
All right, that's quite interesting. That means we're gonna hire you as a consultant, or from time to time we bring you in as a consultant to help us, actualize our goal here. That's a very nice one. I don't think you finished your questions, but I want to say this. This is a good one.
Yeah.
There is this saying that goes this way: teach someone how to fish, and don't always give him fish.
Yeah.
So I want to commend the Abia State Government, led by Dr. Alex Chioma Oti. You've done noble. In fact, at a time, as a youth leader in the state, I am the president of Madufro Youth Organization across the state. There was a time I got worried. I said, is it only road that the state government will do? Is it only infrastructure that we center? I wrote on my wall and I was asking, what is in for the youth?
Yeah.
One of the persons that read my post commented that there is a very heavy package coming for the youths. And one thing with me is I am not always too quick to conclude things until I see it being actualized. So when I heard about this Techrise training, I was so happy. And not only the first cohort that took care of about 510 persons, the second one now was super, it was greater, and was more organized, about 859 persons, bringing it to 1,369. And you say that even some other people joined who benefited, and not only Abians. What are we trying to say? When you raise a standard for the people, definitely everybody is going to benefit from it. I doff my cap for the government, I doff my cap for the ministry, I doff my cap for even the students who agreed to be trained. Because at times there are some people that will bring out money and nobody will accept the training. In fact, I am happy that from the follow-up, I don't think that many people abandon that training. I don't think that, because there are some government have been trying from time to time to bring this kind of thing. From what you're just saying now, just imagine after 3 months, you have this wonderful experience. Definitely, you have been pulled out of the street. You cannot become a street guy again, carrying placard. Who said man no day? Don't pass that level again. So it is a very big one, and we must have to say thank you so very much, the government, and thank you so very much, my dear brother, for finding time to come, to Face-to-Face TV today. Mentor, please, you may wish to round up.
All right. So before we go, I would like to ask, the experience you've gathered is enough. Are you having plans of, because it's like I will learn, if I have the chance, I will learn. I don't know about you.
I will learn already. He'll be coming from time to time to teach us.
Okay, that's better.
Amen.
So I'll be asking, do you have plans of, just like you said, you're making up a team that will work? This team, is it to help teach others, or is there something else that is behind it?
Okay, that's why we might not have. Okay, well, not everybody is a teacher, that's for sure. But why we might not have upscaled to the level of teaching others, but we can offer services that impact to the society. I don't know if any of us watched the graduation on Saturday. We had over 53 projects. I mean, these were projects that were born within the 3 months, like 53 projects from Techrise that, if thrown into the society, it's going to change. I mean, Abia State is going to be the startup of the tech ecosystem in Africa. Let me not even say Nigeria, because what is coming out of here is a whole lot. So while we may not be personally, there might be others who might venture into teaching. I'm focusing more on upscaling more, doing things. I might offer pro bono services, but then for teaching,
we need that pro bono service. We need it here.
For teaching, it might not be something I will venture, but definitely there are others, meaning people who are naturally endowed with the gift of imparting knowledge and all that. Yeah, so that's that. And we're also in contact with our tutors, so they are still seeing that we are progressing daily. The journey doesn't end there. It's a gradual process of getting better and better.
Oh, thank you so much. Just like our boss mentioned, thank you so much, Abia State Government, for this wonderful opportunity. We are happy dragging youth out of the streets and making sure that they are impacting and they have been impacted too. It's a very wonderful thing. Giving them teaching them how to fish and not always giving us fish. Thank you, Dr. Alex, and thank you also the graduates for being part of the program. Please, your last words before we go.
Thank you so very much, Abia State Government. Thank you, Dr. Alex. God bless.
Your last words before we go.
Okay, thank you, the government of Abia State, and special thanks also to Lem Factory. I also want to give a special shout out to Mr. Everest and Sir Silas, my tutors, and God bless Face-to-Face TV. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Face to face, now they read my